Hey everybody, it's your girl Rachel Glenice, and I want to personally welcome you back to my channel. While you're here, take a second, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. That way you don't miss the latest content produced by yours truly. For those of you who have already subscribed to my channel and who watched the premiere episode of Tuesday Tidbits with Rachel, I just want to send out a heartfelt thank you. I really appreciate you all so much. And if you're watching this week's episode and you survived Snowmageddon 2021, shout out to you. I'm so grateful to God that my family and my friends across the states that were affected survived and thrived, and now we're thawing out and it's back to our regularly scheduled program. So if you're ready for this week's episode of Tuesday Tidbits with Rachel, stay right here.
Don't you know you are enough? You're worth the love you're dreaming of. Hold your crown, don't let it down, 'cause destiny is where you're bound. Chin up, no head down. Believing is a must. No, don't give up. You gotta trust. You are enough.
So I hope you guys have your baskets out, ready to pick up these gems that I'm about to do what? Drop. So this week, I want to talk about something that I have experienced firsthand, and it's also something that I actually just had a conversation with a friend about earlier this week, and that is imposter syndrome. If you're not familiar with imposter syndrome, basically it's like this internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud, being exposed as not being as intelligent or as competent, talented, or skilled as other people perceive you to be. Now, for me, being a minority twice, I am a female and I am also openly Black. I have experienced this firsthand. I've had the opportunity to be in rooms with CEOs and partners of companies, and I look around and I feel like I don't deserve to be here. Why am I here? How did I get here? You know, I second guess whether or not I add value to these spaces, or if the things that I have to say will really make a difference in these rooms. And I've been told no so many times that sometimes I'll start to tell myself no, or I'll shoot down an idea before I even get it off the ground. That is something that I have consistently tried to work on and overcome, and it's not easy. And what's even more alarming than imposter syndrome itself is the fact that it's pretty much found to affect mainly high-performing minority women. I take that to mean high-performing Black women, whether it's in academia, whether it's in sports, whether it's in whatever industry. High-performing Black women suffer the most from imposter syndrome. Not to say that it isn't found in men too, but that's just where imposter syndrome resides. In my last video, my tidbit was never settled. And this week, my tidbit is simply you belong. You belong on front pages and movies and commercials and on hit songs. You belong in rooms with CEOs, partners, politicians, and millionaires. Your brand belongs in luxury stores and high-end shopping malls. Your research belongs in highly publicized and accredited medical journals and law reviews. You belong. You, little old you from wherever you're from. You add value to these things that only God can give. Your ideas may sound crazy to you, but I promise you, it's a solution to somebody's problem that only God gave you the ability to solve. Proverbs 18:16 says that a man's gift opens doors for him and brings him in front of the great. Meaning that your unique gifts and abilities that only God could give you are gonna open doors for you that only He can. I think sometimes we get so caught up in trying to measure up to the standards that other people set that we forget that we're justified and we're qualified simply because of who our Father and who our Creator is. If you find yourself doubting your skills, abilities, talents, and intelligence, remember that you were created in God's image and in His likeness. Remember that His word says in Romans 8:30 that those who He predestined, He also called. And those He called, He also justified. And those He justified, He also glorified. You are God's chosen. And all you have to do is believe and trust that God will never let you fail. Believe that you belong and believe that you are enough.
Don't you know you are enough? You're worth the love you're dreaming of. Hold your crown, don't let it down, 'cause destiny is where you're bound. head down, believing